Let's talk about the episode. Let's talk about the episode. So, Nicole is outed. Sami and Xander outed her. But she don't realize Nicole finna out her. Philip, why I congratulate you for outing Sami via Nicole. Yeah, everybody say Nicole got what she deserved. Sami, now when your karma come back and bite you in, and you know what, I hope you prepared to take it, because I'm kind of ready for EJ Rage all over again. I am ready for EJ to snap. I am ready for EJ to go all crazy. I am ready for EJ Demira to come out. Not this EJ Demira. I mean the crazy EJ Demira that's about to come out. I want him back. I don't want this calm businessman, smooth, snapping his fingers, seeing me coming running. I don't want that EJ. No, 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 no. If we gonna bring EJ back, I want all of EJ. I want that rage. I want that rage that we saw in that office where he pushed everything off the desk. I want that EJ. We about to get that EJ. It sucks. We got to wait for that EJ because I was kind of hoping it was gonna be today episode, but we ain't gonna get it. But you know what? That's fine and that's cool. We gonna get that rage. That's what I want. That rage. Now, Sami. Now that you done outed out Nicole, now that you done had Xander, you done paid Xander, you can kind of think, well, you can thank Lucas for this, because if it weren't for Lucas letting that letter burn in that fireplace, what you was hoping for, and he wouldn't have grabbed that letter. So you can thank Lucas for this. The same one that told you he loved you before the foot fell down, that Lucas, yeah, you can thank him, cause he should have let that letter burn. He decided to get it out and be a hero, walking around with it, and holding it hostage. Then on top of it, after Lucas and Philip talking about the ways how they gonna, give you Sami. You said, nah, I don't feel like doing it. I love her, but I don't want to do that. That can be bad juju for me or whatever. Bad juju. Now you want to think about the bad juju now. Where would this bad juju at when you ain't let that letter burn? The letter would have been fine burning. Then we wouldn't have to worry about that letter. And Krista, whenever she come back to town, could have, took care of that. You decided to be the hero. You decided to save that letter. You decided to have a conversation with your brother about that letter. You decided, and y'all both decided on the ways to get EJ back, because you don't like EJ. You don't think Sami deserves him. You want to be the one she loved. You love her. So while you was plotting ways to destroy Sami's marriage, Philip took it upon himself to decide that, yeah, I want to help my brother out. So let me take this L for my brother, or let me do this for my brother, since he ain't strong enough to do it. Let me take it. Let me take care of it. So now that he done taken care of it, and now that he done gave the letter to Nicole, and now that Nicole got this information and read the information, she went running to EJ. EJ didn't want no parts of Nicole. So Nicole basically breaks it down to EJ and tell him, look, I got something to tell you. While your wife running around here trying to ruin my marriage, look at what she did. He didn't give her the satisfaction of giving her the results she wanted. And then before she walked out, she had to add another stake to the heart by telling him, look like Lucas, look like what, I forgot what she said, something about Lucas and his accents, or she liked his accents. So I think that kind of started him off. Like, Nicole, you didn't did your job. You basically did everything you needed to do. Expose Sami, the same one that was trying to expose you to her brother that she don't care about. I don't care how many times or how many times y'all try to defend Sami. I love her dearly. She don't give a about Eric at all, because that was the wrong place, the wrong time to do that man like that. She could have did it in private in front of Nicole at the house apartment they stay in. She could have did it in private. No, Sami, if she gonna do something, she's gonna do it big. So what did she do? Did a big performance at his anniversary of his wedding. So that's Sami. So I don't care. And Belle tried to warn you, EJ, before all this happened. Before Nicole came and gave you that letter. Belle tried to warn you and tell you that, look, you might be fooled by Sami. Sami can't do no wrong in your eyes. Sami out Nicole. That was Sami. I don't care what you say. That was Sami. Even you grilling her after all this happened, and she finally confessed that, yeah, I did it. But yet you sort of then took up for her. EJ, you know Sami is Sami, so I'm not surprised or shocked. And she tried to act like she did this for the better good, knowing darn well she didn't do this for no better good. The better good would have, did this not in front of everybody, embarrassing this man like she do. Like, I guess she just lived to embarrass Eric at this point, because I done seen so many times she didn't embarrass her brother, her twin brother. She square up or down, she love him dearly, but way to love it. It's stuff you do and there's stuff you don't do. Why every time it involves Eric, it got to be a big performance put on by his sister? Have y'all ever caught that? Just like the first time Eric and Nicole tried this. Everything involves Eric. She got to put on a big performance in front of a crowd. Have y'all ever caught that? But she square up and down, she loved her brother. But she had managed to embarrass this man every chance she got when it came to Nicole or anything else involving this man's life. She had to put on a big performance and put on a whole ad and added a character that she paid out of her own money just to embarrass her brother. Eric, you love your twin sister. I love her too, but sometimes you got to call a spade a spade. When are you going to stop letting your sister embarrass you in front of everybody? There's a time in your life when you got to realize and sit back and think about it. Belle finally came to that realization, and you see now Belle a little cautious around Sami. You notice Belle basically gonna tell it to you straight, no chaser, about her sister. She love her sister, but when it comes to Sami and that with that Jan Spears situation, oh, Belle says she out of it, she done, she no longer defending Sami. Paulina might defend her, but Belle, y'all notice how Belle then took a step back from defending her sister, and now she'll say, you suspect Sami did it? More than likely she did it. I mean, this got Sami handwritten all over it. Eric, Nicole, she don't like Nicole. She don't like Nicole. So of course, here we go. Here go Nicole. I get to embarrass her. And also embarrass my brother in the same space. And I got a crown. Oh yeah, so let's do it. And you know that only made Xander more than happy. You ain't even have to pay Xander just to do this. You know how long Xander waited to have sex with Nicole? You know how long Xander waited to have that moment? You know how long Xander waited to have something over Eric's head this big? You really didn't have to pay Xander. I think you just paid Xander just to pay Xander to make sure that he would expose this out there. Because I'm pretty sure Xander still don't like Eric. So I'm pretty sure as push came to shove, he would have did this without the money. Absolutely. I believe it. Because, they got a long feud. They been going back and forth for years. They even held the man hostage, him and Brady and Nicole. Even had Nicole in a loveless marriage. So, you think that if Sami went and offers under that money that he wouldn't have done this? A chance to get back at Eric? Oh, Xander would have been all in for this. You could have offered him 25 cents. He probably would have did it. And basically, Nicole, with your loveless, oh, I'm a lonely housewife behind. Nicole, I'm not falling for none of that BS. You sound like a lonely housewife. That husband went away to Afghanistan, Iraq for the army, went overseas for the army, and now you home lonely, and I ain't got no husband. It's our wedding anniversary. Oh, I'm lonely. Like, save me with the lonely housewife, man. You sound like a lonely, desperate housewife that wanted some and you got some. You didn't care that that was Xander. I'm pretty sure if a homeless man would have walked past the street and would have offered you a drink, or any type of man would have offered you a drink, your behind would have been all the way on it. Don't get me, don't start with me with that lonely housewife, Miss Nicole. Like, I wasn't falling for it. And too bad Eric fell for your BS. I don't understand how he failed for it. You just like the whole time you was talking, I'm like, this sound like a lonely housewife that's husband gone away on a long business trip or in the armed forces that went away across the country. She lonely, she bored, she ain't got nothing else better to do. She ain't got her husband to lean on. Just join the Army Wives crew or something. That's what you gave me. Lonely, desperate housewife that wanted sex and she couldn't get none. That's exactly what you sounded like me. That's all I heard every time you was talking. Well, I was lonely. Well, you broke my heart. Well, you said this day, but you didn't come to this day. Well, you did this, but you didn't do that. Like, Nicole, that's all I heard. Lonely housewife begging for her husband's attention. He been gone too far long enough, and you decided to sleep with anybody that moment. Luckily for you, it was Xander, but you decided to sleep with somebody. And I'm still hurting because it was Xander. I gave Xander the ammunition he needed against us. Like, Nicole, I wasn't feeling none of that. You know how many wives have to deal with your situation and handle it with grace and class, not get drunk, get upset, hang the phone up on them, go find the alcohol, go to the rated pub, go hang with your enemy, drinking with your enemy, not going to their hotel room and having sex with them. You know how many other lonely housewives they are that ain't gonna, get a drink then jump in bed with their enemy? That's where you lost me at, sleeping with Xander. But that's another story for another day. That's all I heard from you was a lonely housewife begging for attention. So, missing with that. And Eric, why would you fall for her lies? Miss me with that. That's why I said I'm getting to think you did have a little thing over there in Africa, because you let her off the hook way too easy for me. I mean, too easy. Like, she was there explaining herself and how many months and years, how many months she didn't waited, how's our wedding anniversary, and you were here. Like, she gave you a whole bunch of BS and you basically failed for it. Then turn around and say, okay, Nicole, I'm sorry. Then she hit you with the, well, I don't think we should be together then, because I'm not the woman you thought I was, and I think we should just separate and leave each other alone. So now you want to break up with Eric because you was the one thirsty and desperate enough to get drunk, get upset about your husband because he couldn't set a planned day, and the planned date came and it had to get canceled, and you basically mad at him because of those dates. You got mad, you got snapped, you were drinking, plus, let's not forget, you was having a hot sweat rave too. Let's not forget that. So that was another incentive for you to go ahead and get drunk and then sleep in the bed with the wrong man. So, Nicole, go on with your lonely, desperate housewife self. I ain't got nothing for you. Like, and then I'm going to leave it alone. I'm leaving it right there. Now, the Paulina. Are we really buying Paulina in her lies? I mean, you almost got kicked out of office for letting an unknown citizen or an unknown human being come into your town, about to screw it up, a historic part of your town, and turn it into what she wanted it to turn to, and we just gonna forgive her, slap on the chin. That's all. You know what, Abe? I wouldn't trust it if I was you. But we can still see that you got feelings for her. We can tell after all this she didn't put you through, after the lies, the backstabbing, and all that under the sun. We can tell you still there with her. That you still got the butterflies over your eyes. I'm not buying it. That little apology tour she was doing, that can be a setup for something more sinister. But you know what? If you falling for it, Lonnie not falling for it, but if you go ahead and fall for it, you go right on ahead. I wouldn't trust her as far as I can throw her. She done did all this behind your back. What's gonna stop her from doing that anyways? She was telling you what you was expecting, but look what happened. She was to slide that rug from right under your legs. But if you want to believe, but go right on ahead, Abe. Abe, I wouldn't trust her as far as I could throw her. But if you want to trust her and throw her, you go right on ahead. Mm-mm. Yeah, you know what the best thing you could do, Abe, with this situation? Tell her to get out of it, become a secret part of the back partner of that, for she won't be in the forefront, then I might believe it. But Ave, if you sit there and believe her in these lies she giving you, and if she end up doing in the turn of that town in the prize town, you already getting eggs thrown at you. What else you want thrown at you? The kitchen sink? Are you sure you want to trust her all over again? That's all I'm going to say about that situation. I wouldn't trust her. But if you want to trust her, you go right on ahead. You have fun with that one, Abe. I wouldn't. Um, this wedding mess. So Sierra having flashbacks and memories of being. She want to go on here somehow, somehow. She found a judge that was sympathetic with her, the rush along and annul her, well, divorce being. So the wedding on is the day of their wedding anniversary. So now she's rushing things, even though everything she's planning is falling flat, including who gonna be there. Hulk couldn't make it because of mechanical issues. Um, Eli couldn't make it because he had to testify for court. Um, Doug hurt his ankle. Julie got to be there by his side. Everything is going wrong with this wedding, but we gonna go ahead and continue on and go ahead with it anyways. Theo, like I said, you're special, so I'm not gonna give you none of this. What I want to give you, I'ma spare you again because you don't understand what you're doing. Sierra basically rushing this whole entire thing. You feel the pressure now that you realize this is the anniversary of her and being married, or wedding anniversary. So you feel that pressure, but yet you're still going along with it. You know she's using you to get back at Ben, and on the day of all days, now she want to get married, and you're going along with it. Even though she's having flashbacks of Ben and having memories, I have some parts of memories of Ben, you're still going along. Well, oh, she haven't told you that. But yeah, she getting her memory back slowly but surely. But she ain't told you that yet. So Ben comes up with this plan to kidnap Sierra. I don't know why he would want to do that. That's only gonna make him seem like a bad guy, the Theo all over again. But you know what? Desperate times calls for desperate measures. So that's what he's trying now. Um, he managed to he managed to get Allie on board of this situation. So now Allie's involved. Y'all couldn't find somebody else to wear Sierra's wedding dress besides Claire. That's a clear indication that something is up and being behind it. So I don't know, why would y'all use Claire, have her walking down the aisle? I don't know, why would you do that? Y'all can find nobody else. Claire is a big indication that something is going on and being behind it. That is her best friend. She might not tell that being, but trust me, things will get crazy. And Claire, that slap didn't do you no good, obvious. Because I would have never put on that wedding dress and walked down the aisle. I would have had somebody else do it. Find anybody, a robot, something. Can't wait to see what happens next. I think I covered everything besides Paulina daughter, Chanel, and her feelings for Sierra. And basically Sierra, Allie basically let her down easily by telling her, I won't trip, I don't want you. So now she feeling some type of way, and she feeling that sting, I guess. Like I told Trip, you Charlie ain't your worries. It's that Chanel girl, your problems, but whatever. But anyways though, y'all, that was the episode. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all later. Well, I'll see y'all August 9th rather. Yeah, August 9th. I think that's what it said, August 9th. I see y'all August 9th, and I'll catch y'all later. Bye.